This is an Off the Tongue podcast.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to the show. It's funny. It makes it okay. I am Doug.
I am Greg.
And this is Mike.
And we are going to kick things off. It's back to school.
Yay.
All right. We're going to do a lot of back to school stuff. I have a back to school Would You Rather. We're going to talk about things that you might have been looking forward to going back to school or maybe not looking forward to. And then we're going to talk a little bit about some school-related movies. And I think Mike has one or two little things as well. So let's just jump in, feet first, into the deep end, and let's get going.
Well, speaking of school, I've got maybe a story we could hop on the Magic School Bus for.
Ooh.
I'd seen, this is sort of an unrelated story, but it says, the headline caught my attention. It says, rare interstellar object the size of Manhattan could be an alien probe.
Ooh,
what?
That's a probing of your life. Holy cow. That's a probe the size of Manhattan. These aliens must not realize how big humans are.
Ouch.
I need you to take this probe and go probe some humans. Like, sir, this is Glebe. I think it will kill him if I put this in. I'd be like, I hope it kills me.
I told you to take the small probe.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is like one of those headlines or whatever you can interpret wrong.
Yes.
That's the probing of your life.
I just a little bit into the story, it says, the newly discovered Manhattan-sized interstellar object zooming through our solar system has been identified as a comet, but then it goes on to say 2 Harvard scientists argue there's reason to believe it's really an alien probe. NASA discovered this on July 1st, speeding the inner solar system at 140,000 miles per hour. Harvard astrophysicist Avi Loeb suggested a new paper that the object, only the third interstellar object ever detected, could be an intelligently directed alien craft observing Earth with possibly hostile intentions.
Possibly.
I don't know where we're pulling any of this stuff from, but I don't know. They go on to explain a little bit of it.
You know, much like the story a few weeks ago of the shark exhibiting
Yes.
Yeah.
I will say any alien probe is how do they put that? Aggressiveness or whatever. Aggressive intentions.
The hostile intentions.
Yeah, any probing is a hostile for me.
Yes.
For me. Maybe some people don't take it that way, but I will just assume it's going to be a hostile.
It says the paper presented several anomalous characteristics of the object, which could indicate that it is not a comet at all, but instead a directed craft. The most puzzling observation is that the object has significant non-gravitational acceleration, whilst having now cometary outgassing from all the probing it's doing. So I don't know.
What's it probing?
Anything it wants to.
Outer space?
The size of Manhattan.
Probe that big?
Yeah. I don't know. The headline is basically what caught me on that. So, comet or giant alien probe, you decide. Ooh. Or maybe we'll all find out here shortly. So, who knows?
I'm going with a comet.
Yeah, I hope it's a comet.
I'd rather
Nobody wants it to be a probe.
Yeah, I'd rather be blown up by the comet as opposed to the Manhattan probe. So, instead of the Manhattan Project, we're getting the Manhattan probing.
Ooh.
Just put me out of my misery.
Never mind. I got some said the Manhattan probing. We got to just move on. I can't. Let's get back into school. I'm going to say something and my wife's going to say, see, you took it too far. You went over the line. It was too far. And I'll have to hear that. So I'm not going to do that. I'm backing away from the line.
Step slowly away from the
right. But just so you know, I had a funny probing joke that would have went too far, but it would have been hilarious.
Way to show self-control.
That's for the after the
That's
after
right.
hours.
That's right. If you subscribe to the Plus members,
Yes,
you will get
it's
to hear
funny after dark.
You'll get to hear the over the line probing joke. All right. Well, let's go. I got just a would you rather for school. This was just something I kind of come across here, but this has to do. Okay, we'll just get into this. Would you rather have to eat school lunch every single day, from the time you started going to school till you graduated high school. Every day.
Okay.
But you got to get out of school 1 hour early. So your day would get out an hour early. Or you went all day long, but you got to pack your own lunch and decide what you... Now, you don't get to pay... Who knows? It may be pizza day with a brownie. It may be mystery meat meatloaf with peas and carrots, or carrot raisin casserole, or salad, or and whatever. And we're going to see what else you have to eat. What's on your whatever they scoop up in there, you got to eat. You got to keep it clean. You can't say, "Well, I'm not going to eat this. I'm not going to eat."
Or
that.
you take your own lunch every day, but you have to stay
go
another
all
hour.
day.
Yeah.
You don't get an early release. Now, this is a difficult one for me because I hated school. I didn't mind going to school. I hated the going to the classes. So if I could have got out early, just visit with my friends and then get a leave early, I'd have been all over that. But if you'd have said you were going to take my lunch, because I didn't eat, I bet you could count on one hand the amount of times I ate hot lunch. I took my own lunch almost every single day.
So less than 5.
Probably. It might have been less. It might have been more than 5. It might have been 2 hands. I don't know. Yes, I do have all 5 fingers still. But I don't know. Where are you going with this?
You and me go? Or you
Sure,
wanna
go ahead.
I'm taking the school lunch and going home. I ate at school most of the time. Now, I will say I had the luxury of choice, though, of if I didn't want to eat something, I didn't have to. Whereas in this scenario, I'm going to have to eat whatever they slop down onto my plate.
It could be Brussels sprouts.
It could.
It could be.
They didn't serve. I don't think they had Brussels sprouts.
At this school, they're serving Brussels sprouts.
I think we had green beans.
Some days will pay off and they'll be epic.
Yep.
Yeah.
Other days,
You're going to walk in. We're having liver and onions. Like, well, you at least know. Well, at least
I think these
gotta go home
meals
early.
have to be ones that traditionally schools have served. Okay. You can't start pulling willy-nilly meals out that we never had.
No, but they had like peas and carrots and meatloaf and
I love
weird,
meatloaf.
weird creamy gravy, weird stuff. I was bad. I
didn't mind it.
Okay.
So I'm going with a school lunch, and I'm going home.
See, I feel like
we'll see you when you get home.
See, it can't be. Well, I don't know. I feel like you have to throw in the stipulation. Either way, it has to be like your taste buds now. So it's like, as an adult, you can't go back. Well, as a kid, the meatloaf slop wasn't bad, but it's like, but as an adult, would the meatloaf slop be? Would you find that good now?
Well, see, I don't know.
My taste, but my tastes have changed. I was way more picky as a kid. So if I went back as an adult, I could probably force down a lot.
Well, it
more
might make it easier, but it might also make it worse because it's like, as a kid, like, oh, this is great.
I see,
but now
it
might be worse.
The kids' taste buds.
Okay,
we'll let you keep the kids' taste buds.
Okay,
because that doesn't help me because I still was like,
yeah, I was probably more picky back then too.
I'm trying to think. So I'm kind of 50-50 on this because as a kid, I did, like, through grade school, I did the school lunches. And man, there were some school lunches I just could not get enough of. The Fiesta Pizza or whatever it was called. I loved it. I don't know why.
I like their square pizza as well.
And they had, what was the chicken one? There was a chicken one that was awesome. I loved it. But then there's other ones that's like, I hated it. I just despised it. But through junior high and high school, I brought my lunch every day. So I was like, Doug, in that regard.
So you got to decide.
I think I'm going.
You're going home an hour early too.
I'm going to bring my lunch, actually. I am going to bring my lunch. Getting out at 3:00. I can't. It's 3:00. Like, it's really not that bad. I didn't think it was that bad.
I'm going to stand
honestly.
outside your guys' class window and.
If that's how you want. That's how you want to spend your hour. Go ahead, I guess. But I would go home. But
okay. Well,
I'm heading home.
I'm taking my sack lunch and I'll just stay in there the whole day.
Yeah. I'm
Mike,
bring my
now
lunch.
This would have to be. We'd have to kind of nail this out because are you talking frou-frou fancy 2000 school lunches? Are you talking 1976 school lunch?
I'm going with whatever my school lunches were.
But see, yeah, I didn't have that. I had the, what you guys would probably figure as like the frou-frou lunches or whatever. But even then, I'm still going to bring my lunch because I either had like a good sandwich, or if we had like leftovers from like the night before, I would just end up taking like leftovers with me for lunch sometimes.
Okay. What if we upped it to 2 hours? See, if you went 2 hours, I might would have. I will force down. I will throw up. I'll take one of the hours I get home throwing up, but I'll still.
Yeah,
if
I-
you went
an hour
2
to play.
hours, I'm like, I will make myself.
I'd
for
take
2
the
hours.
2 hours because then it's like you're almost getting the whole afternoon.
Yeah.
With the 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd do that for 2 hours.
All right. Well, since we picked already, just for fun, I looked up menus. So here's a menu. This is the kind of meals we're talking. 1976 menu.
That's fine. I ate them, so
Okay. Fish sticks with ketchup.
okay.
Hot potato salad.
Fish
what?
sticks with
Hot
ketchup.
potato salad.
I never
Creamed
had that. I don't think.
coleslaw. Milk, cornbread, and fruit gelatin. That was one day.
That's not awful.
Tacos, and it says chicken. So chicken tacos, like I could
Yeah,
probably.
I could do that.
Spanish beans, shredded lettuce, milk, peach slices, and a vanilla cookie. I could have ate that if I had to.
It gets a little weird, but yeah.
Meatloaf, whipped potatoes, harvest salad, which I don't know.
I don't know what that
means.
is.
Milk, hot roll, apple cobbler. I would not have been thrilled with the
This
the
school
meatloaf.
likes their milk hot roll and milk cornbread. I don't even know what that is.
milk, hot roll, apple cobbler.
Oh, I thought you were combining them.
it's-
I'm like,
No,
no.
comma.
I've not
like
heard
comma.
of this one.
Yeah. Then it's burritos or chili, or it says burrito / chili, which, all right, that's different.
It's a burrito dipped in
Buttered
chili.
diced turnips and greens, not
Ooh.
turnip greens, turnips and greens.
greens, yeah.
Carrot sticks, milk, cornbread, gelatin, strawberry. Hamburger, chuck wagon beans, lettuce, pickle, onion slice. So you got to eat all. See, I would be like
I'd throw it on the burger.
milk, bun, chocolate. I like how they list bun. It's like, wasn't that part of the hamburger?
That's part of
You
that.
can't list that as one of the items I get to eat for lunch. When you say hamburger,
What if I just want the bun?
assume it's with the bun. I might would just want the bun, actually. Chocolate cake frosting. Now this one here, seafood patty. I don't know what that is with catsup. And it's CATSUP, catsup.
Why are we always putting the seafood with ketchup?
Parsley,
That's
buttered
gross.
potatoes, perfection salad,
Perfection.
Perfection.
milk, French bread, and possibly the worst dessert, chilled mixed fruit, which had just one little half a slice of something red that you would want, and the rest of it was pears and peaches that were terrible.
That canned mixed fruit was not the best.
Yeah, so then they had oven fried chicken, beef cutlet with gravy, so chili burger, spaghetti, hamburger, roast turkey. So
I haven't heard pizza in there.
there was a pizza.
Oh,
I'm
was there?
sorry, there
Okay.
was one pizza.
I think I've said it on here before. We had a thing called a schoolboy.
A what?
A schoolboy.
Is it like a po' boy?
No, it's basically like a made-right burger, crumbled hamburger meat, but they called it a schoolboy.
Get me a big juicy schoolboy.
I figured they might ground up a kid and put him in there.
I thought it might get you put on a list where you can't go 500 feet by a school. You start saying that kind of stuff. It really got me a hankered for a big old schoolboy. Like, okay.
Yeah. I
smoked
never figured out
sausage.
why they called it that.
Whipped sweet potato, coleslaw relish, pineapple crisp. Not apple crisp. Pineapple
Yeah.
crisp? That's a little weird.
It's weird. I don't know. I could probably do it though.
This must be it's in November, because on the 26th is the last day of school for the week, and they have something called Thanksgiving cake. I don't know what that turkey and gravy. I don't know what that is, but
I know a guy that puts gravy on his chocolate cake. Seriously,
like just regular gravy,
you indirectly know this person, Mike. I'll tell you afterwards.
just regular gravy on his cake.
Well, yeah, it's a chocolate cake with regular like brown gravy on it.
That sounds absolutely horrible. So, anyway, that was it. I am going
Is
sack
this
lunch.
Fear Factor or what is like?
Is he forced to do it?
No, he likes it.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to move on. School
Yes.
benchmark. So what I was talking about with this is like the first time when you move up a grade where you actually get to change classes. So we might be like, oh, that sounds kind of cool, or maybe it's a little scary because like, am I going to have time to get from one class to another, or what all this? So Are there some school benchmark? I'll tell you a couple of mine, and then I'll let it go around here. But one for us, the big one, the first big one I can remember, is when we went to a little school, so I didn't have much. But when you went from having a desk to a locker to put your stuff in. So like from kindergarten through 5th grade, you had a desk. You had one room. You went in, you had one teacher. You put your stuff in the desk. All your stuff went in there. But then 6th, 7th, 8th grade, you went to the other end of the hall, and you actually, there's 3 classes you would switch between, and they had lockers. You got a locker. It was a big deal. Like, oh, you got to get your locker, put your stuff in there.
I'm never going to remember the combination.
I don't even know if we had a combination on these. They were just, you just opened them and closed them. And that was it. Now in high school we did, but
our junior high did.
At this little school we didn't.
In junior high, for some reason, like the first week, I kept like there was like blocks because the classrooms would separate the chunks of lockers. And there'd be like stretches of lockers down the long hallway. And I'm like, which block am I in?
And there were some upstairs too, weren't there?
Oh yeah. That's where I was.
Yeah.
And I was like, which block am I in? I can't even remember which like
cell block 3.
I know. It's just like every locker is like the exact same, and as you're not used to that, I'm just like I could not get for like the first week my locker.
In high school, I don't even know that I used my own locker. I think I would use other people's lockers closer to the classes. I never had anything in my locker. I gave my combo to other people. They used it. I'm like, I don't know what's in that locker. I have no idea.
All 4 years of high school, I shared a locker with a guy. Never met him. 4 years, never met him. Ralph Ringer was his
weird
name.
To share a locker.
Yeah, we had to share because there were more kids than there were lockers, I guess. So we had to share. And I would come up, and there would be books and stuff in it. Never met him.
He's probably saying that now. No idea. Greg Daniel, I have no idea if that's a person.
Never met him. I don't know how that's possible that we never met.
Yeah. And switching classes was the other big thing that I was, you really get to, not just have one teacher, you got multiple teachers. So,
Did you have any, and I'm just going to jump in on it
Go ahead.
a little bit to question yours. So switching classes, did you have any qualms or worries about making it to your classes on time?
Well, in junior high, there was only 3 classes and they were right next to each other. Again, the school I went to had less than 90 kids, kindergarten through 8th grade. So it was very small.
Yeah, see, our junior high had 1st and 2nd floor, and if you were on one corner and your next class was on the other corner and upstairs, crowded halls and stuff, I was a little concerned.
High school for me was more
in high school is more sprawling.
The shop classes, I had shop class. I took every shop class. I
did too.
Me too.
And those were at like the far end of the building.
Yeah.
And then if you had to go like up on the 3rd floor, or whatever, the high school, it's like then you'd have to just like jaunt. I mean, you have to go across and then jaunt up. And
you just made me remember. My first hour was band. My second hour was shop.
Yeah.
Opposite ends of the building.
Mm-hmm. Like almost exactly opposite.
Yes, as far as you could get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I went to a small, and so in the little school we went to, our class was so big that they split it. They didn't have enough teachers, so we had teachers that would teach 2 grades. So, like, my 3rd grade teacher was also my 4th grade teacher. I didn't even move. But our class was so big, they split our class. So half of our class went with the 5th grade. So that teacher taught 5th grade and 4th grade. Our teacher taught 3rd grade and 4th grade. We went, when I was in 3rd grade, we were just in there together. But then when we went to the next, the class was so big that they had to split it up. It was, I know it sounds like
I don't even know where I'm
at. One room school in 1890 with Laura Ingalls, but I did not. But now
we do some more wood on the wood burning stove. And
I had that for 1st and 2nd grade.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
we had, one of the teachers was different, but then I had the same teacher for 1st and 2nd grade.
Nope.
Or
I didn't.
Is that just what your parents told you? You're held back.
No.
Mike, you've got the same
you
teacher.
You get to go to the same teacher for 2nd grade.
No, that was not true.
Okay. That might have been
Mike's
what they did to me. I thought I took 3rd and 4th grade in the same class.
No, I'm Mrs. Wyrick.
I don't know if my class moving on. They don't have room for you. You can stay here, and then next year you get a move up.
Did any of your kids have her? So I had her.
If any of them had her. Or not.
So everybody had Mrs. Formals was the grade, or not the grade, the kindergarten
This is
teacher.
Grundy, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So she was the kindergarten teacher, so everybody had Mrs. Formal's AM and
I
PM.
think Courtney had formals.
And then there were 2 different first grade teachers. I had Wyrick. I can't remember the other one. But then if you were in the other first grade class, you got a different second grade teacher. But Mrs. Wyrick from my class stayed first, and she was your second grade teacher. But like the same class moved just to second grade.
I don't remember Courtney having the same teacher first and second. I feel like she had Wyrick. Then she would have been the only one of my kids that went to Grundy. The other 2 went to Jefferson.
right.
I think here's a little. I'm talking. We had third graders and fourth graders in the same room, and the teacher would say, "This is for third grade." She'd give fourth grade something, and we'd be doing something while she's teaching.
You
the
guys
third
go out
grade.
on recess.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, it's just a little different. But I guess I did have a repeating teacher,
yeah.
I guess.
But no, we had in the same one room.
Yeah.
You had third and fourth grade, and the teacher taught both
Yeah.
grades. So that was different.
Yeah. And then our transition from in here, they do from 6th grade to 7th grade is grade school to junior high.
Yeah, see, our school was so small that 6th, 7th, and 8th grade was junior high. And you talk about like high school. When I went from the whole school had less than 90 kids, and I went to high school, and there was almost 1,300 people. That is culture shock.
Yeah.
You're like, holy cow. I was scared to death. I was never going to find my class. I wasn't going to make it. And I took shop classes, too. I took them all, or most of them. I took independent or industrial arts, and then metals and welding and woodworking and electronics and drafting. Took all those. Ours was actually in another building. So you had to cross across the kind of this open parking lot for like buses and things like that were out there.
That's dangerous.
It is. Because also, I don't know, we've talked about this before, that was also, they had a smoking area out there that you had to walk through for teachers and students. You could smoke at school.
We
You
had
go
a
outside,
smoker sidewalk.
but you had to go, it was a big red painted square. You had to stay inside the square. You couldn't smoke outside it.
They used it for COVID later.
And probably, but everybody would tell you it's like, oh boy, you got to go. You got to walk past the smoking area. Like, oh no,
The hoods are going to
and
get
the
me.
freshmen are like, I don't know what's going to happen to me in this one. But still, you're scared to death. But when you had to go across, it would stink.
Hey, kid, you gotta smoke.
It was weird because the teachers would be like bumming, like, you got a light? Anybody got a light? Some kids had the teacher a light. They're smoking, lighting them up. So it was weird. But if it was pouring down rain, you'd go up there and you'd stand, you'd look. It's like, crap, I got to run across
But they
here.
would still be out there smoking.
My mullet's going
Umbrellas,
to get
hoods.
all wet. My mullet's going to get wet. My hair's going to flatten down now. You run across, you're soaking wet. Like, ugh. And then
Yeah.
you'd have to run back across when you're done with that class. So, yeah, changing classes was a big deal, especially in high school. That was a big culture change.
Yeah. See, my transition from 6th grade to 7th grade should have just been a simple, you're moving with your class, but going from our grade school to the junior high was the combination of about 3 or 4 grade schools into the junior high. So now you got all these other schools and kids coming in. So you suddenly bounce from whatever your class is to, over 1,000.
Yeah.
Like you're saying.
Well,
or
yeah, I
whatever.
think there were 4 grade schools, and then there was the what's that? What's the Blessed Sacrament? Did that? Or that was high school?
Those would either, Blessed Sacrament, some would come so Blessed Sacrament Catholic school, they would have, some of them would have jumped over to the public school, some would have gone to Spalding in Peoria. They would have gone on to the Catholic school.
Was that
there.
junior high or was that high school that they merged?
I think that was high school, actually.
Okay. Yeah.
But my downside is my dad had to have open heart surgery, and we moved to Alabama, and I had to start junior high in Alabama. So not only move out of 6th grade to a new junior high, but it was in a whole different state and a whole different city, and I knew nobody.
Nice.
So, and switching classes and all that, and but we only stayed there for a semester. Then I came back, and I got my first day of school. I got to call they brought one of my friends down and let him show me around the school and to my classes and stuff like that. So it worked out okay.
Yep. Another big change was when you went to no recess. Like when you moved from that grade.
Yeah.
I did. I loved recess.
Oh, I liked
And
recess.
for us, it was 5th grade. 5th grade was the last year you got recess, and then 6th grade, done. No recess. we had a long lunch, so you get done eating lunch and they'd let you go outside for a little bit, so you would have a little bit of time outside, but it wasn't like an official recess. You go out and play or something. I mean, you could, but
Yeah.
it was just kind of. So I don't know. Did they? When you guys went to junior high, is that when you quit having recess?
Yeah.
It's a little
No
different.
recess.
Yeah. But like I said, for lunch would be like an hour or 45 minutes or something, and you go in. It usually took you 15 minutes to eat.
Yeah.
And then there was a cleanup crew. Everybody got a turn. You'd look, and if kids would have
Wash
to help.
dishes or
or put down the tables,
We did
put
that.
the chairs up. But if you weren't on that, you would just go outside until they got the gym put back, which was 30 minutes. And so you go outside and you could go do a few things just being outside.
Yeah.
But yeah, no recess. Didn't like that.
One nice thing about going to Alabama for the first part of my junior high was I missed out on the initiation that happened to most seventh graders when they came into the junior high. The eighth graders would throw them into the bushes. So
Throw them into the bushes.
I'm glad I missed that.
The kids, that would be something that would happen is the eighth grade boys boys, I think about 99.9%. I don't know if any girls
Well, the
were
girls could
involved
have
in
thrown
this.
you into the bushes.
They could have. But yeah,
That's
they
even
would.
worse.
They would.
Please let a guy throw me into the bush. Don't let a girl
don't
throw
let
me
a
into the
girl throw
bush.
me. But yeah, there would be the throwing into the bushes routine, which
Now it's time for the official throwing into the bushes. Would all seventh grade boys please go downstairs?
they may as well have done that.
No.
And I wasn't there for that. I was in Alabama
I
missing
don't
out.
want the rose bush. Please don't give me the rose bush.
Not the briar patch.
Yeah.
Please, Briar Fox, whatever you do, don't throw me into that briar patch. Yeah, into the briar patch. How about and another changing for gym? Like we didn't in grade school, in junior high, we didn't have to change for gym. You just wore whatever you wore.
No,
Yeah.
we did. We had to
High
change.
school, you had to go to the locker, and
We
that was kind of scary because you'd hear stories about, there's no teachers in that gym locker, and it's like, and there weren't a lot, or they were very disinterested back then.
Yes.
And they would only come out if you got
Thankfully,
real loud, and then they were mad because they had to put down their paper and come out and yell at people.
The junior high locker room was like literally like the Wild West. It was kind of like a prison.
That's what my son said about his.
It was kind of like a prison yard because, and I was unfortunate enough to have my locker all the way at the far end, like next to the toilets, like literally as far away from the entrance as possible. You'd walk underneath the bleachers and go as far, like that was my locker.
Did you guys have to shower?
Not in junior high.
We
no.
did.
In high school, it's like you could, but they didn't make you in junior high.
Yeah.
But, oh my gosh, I mean, it'd be like the prison yard, but it was like, yeah, like you said, a completely unsupervised. The only time, if coach had to come down there and anything in the locker room, you were toast. It's like you were already at that point where you were in so much trouble.
Start running
But
the bleachers.
The axe
sorry.
bombs and all that nonsense. It's like I'm always in the middle of it because I'm at the back. I'm like the last one out. If there's trouble brewing, it's like, man, I got to change. I got to get out of here as soon as I can.
I don't think I took a shower in high school. I would just have deodorant and everything. You know,
I did a
lot of
few.
aftershave.
We had to.
No,
They're
we
like,
never did.
they made you.
In high school, I feel like it wasn't as bad. But it's like as a freshman, okay, it's like when you're in like the junior high, it's like, okay, there's like one grade in there with you that's above you if you're a seventh grader. In high school, it's like, yeah, there's like seniors and like upperclassmen in here with
You
you.
could
So
be
you're like,
13 and some guy's 19. It's a different. That's a man. It's a grown man with a beard.
So
Yeah.
ours would be like,
I was
here's
playing with Star Wars toys 4 months ago.
yeah. Well, like here's ours. You know, you got the shower in the middle. You got the juniors and seniors lockers are here, and the freshmen sophomores are here. You're coming in from this door, walking past the juniors and seniors to go down to your freshman locker.
You're in gym class
Towel
with a guy
snapping.
who's got a beard, complaining about the double shift he's got to work at the bar that night. You're like, holy crap, I'm going to be killed.
Daniel, I told you to put your shirt tail in. It's like, it's a T-shirt.
Put it in.
Had a kid try to put me in a locker one time.
We didn't have a. Now, my wife said, I think it was junior high when she was in there, that they had a gym teacher that would make sure the girls took a shower. She would stand in there and watch them go in. I'm like,
oh,
that's creepy. She
that's
goes,
too much.
Yeah, yeah. She would stand there, make sure everybody goes and gets wet in the
No.
showers. Like,
No.
You're going to jail for that now.
Yeah.
Back then it was like, well, she's a little quirky. It's like, is she? Is she quirky? Is that what we're calling it now?
Yeah,
Sure.
that's what we're calling it.
Yeah. So yeah, the taking a shower again. I don't think I ever showered, and I just would deodorant and aftershave it up and
Things
smell
I look forward to,
smell like
though.
Sherb and Brute and Sweat.
Nice smell.
Hey, I wasn't in there naked with a 30 other dudes. I'll take it.
Yeah, the showering was not a. I mean, I never had anything, fortunately, bad happen, but it's just that whole feeling, man. It was just like, at any moment.
I've seen Shawshank Redemption. So that's
like-
what I picture is going on in every shower. That's why I never want to go. I was like, I don't know if that's happened or not. I've seen enough prison movies and gladiator movies to know, going back to Airplane from the last episode.
Oh my god!
I don't want to go in there.
No, yeah.
I'm not saying it's going to happen, but
But it could.
if I don't go in there, it for sure won't happen. Yeah.
No, as I say, the things I enjoyed, though, was I loved the couple weeks before school, or actually probably a month before, band camp. I loved band, and we would start band prior to. Who would ever want to go to school prior to school starting? But I loved band, and we would start prior to the school season.
See,
You didn't like that?
by the time I think I was like a junior and senior, I did. But like as a freshman and sophomore, it's like, man, I'm losing a month of my summer to go march around the field. But I didn't appreciate it as much as I did when I was an
Yeah,
upperclassman.
I liked it. I loved
I
band.
was like, man, July starts, and well, all right, I'm losing a summer or losing a month to
Well,
my
might as well
summer.
just start school.
Yeah. So I was not
liked-
so much
I
of a
liked
fan.
it.
I warmed up to it eventually, but
Now,
it's
And
like-
I don't think I mean, our band wasn't at the level Morton's band is at now. It was like go for a couple hours, and then we'd ride our bikes downtown and go to the A&W or whatever, and then ride our bike home. It wasn't like an all day thing like it is now.
I'm going to, it's like July 1st, we're going out there. It's like,
Yeah.
all right, guys, time for a horn holding party. It's like, what? I'm just
What?
That's what they called it.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
we were baritone players, and it's like they're,
Horn.
you didn't stick around in the
I didn't know what he said, so it didn't sound like horn.
horn holding. HORN.
I thought you said whore holding, like WHORE. I'm like, what?
There was none of that going on.
Like, what is happening at band camp? Wow, I was going to ask you like an innocent question, like, did you guys go away for band camp? And apparently, what's happening?
It's a new team building experience.
That's the icebreaker.
Wow. All right, so did you go away for band? I didn't mean to.
They
derail
did.
the
We
whole
did
thing.
not.
We did, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, no, my son never did.
Well, they don't anymore. Now
Well,
they just
when
stay.
he-
Yeah, now they stay
I
here.
think when he started going there, when he started high school, I think that was the first year that they didn't go. See, it might have been they may have went away that first year and not after that, but they just started staying. They said for the cost and everything, they just would stay there, and they also said they would actually get more work done.
Well,
and-
yeah. Well, we went like an hour, hour and a half? What is that to DeKalb, to one of the state universities? We went.
That's what my wife did. She was in band. I was not. She would go. They would go to Eastern Illinois University. Was it for 2
That's
weeks
where
or something?
that's
or
where
a
Nick
week?
went to the Eastern. Yeah.
Yeah.
They'd go
We
down there.
chaperoned it once. That was fun.
That sounds
Actually,
like
it was
torture.
fine. But the floor we're staying on, I did not know this. I walk into the shower and find out we're at a college, so it's a co-ed shower. I mean, I walk in.
Bob's your uncle.
Well, I walked in and one of the female band directors is standing at the mirror in a towel. And I'm like, whoops.
Whoops.
Am
Time
I
for your probing.
am I the right? Is this the party?
Is it time for the whore holding party? What? I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
I just turned around and went back to my room.
Yeah.
What? I don't want to go in there and shower now. It's like,
Well, what's the time thing here? What are we
yeah,
getting?
there's got to be something. When is we need a slot here? What's my slot? Because I need to know when I am allowed to go into the shower.
When's my private time?
Yes. So was it just the shower, like, or was the bathrooms there too? Like, if you had to
That I don't know. I mean,
Well, where did you go to the bathroom while you were
I don't remember.
He held it for
Probably
2
a
weeks.
porta
I just
potty
held it.
outside.
I waited until I got home and I was in the bathroom for a day and a half. Ate a lot of cheese while I was down there. Started eating bran flakes on the trip back on the bus.
I mean, I assume.
Woo. It's going to be a bad couple Monday and Tuesday.
I mean, I believe there were just stalls,
Go Ed.
and I assume anybody could go in. I assume.
How do you get to relax and just take care of business? If you're somebody's always possibly just going to walk in on you.
Yeah, that goes against all the grains of my fiber of my being.
Well, yeah. You're probably the worst one with that. I mean, I'm not thrilled with it, but you don't even like to make noise when you go to the bathroom. I can't imagine, like, how do you go?
There's a certain point. It's like we're all in here. It's got to happen one way or another.
That's right. Sorry, everybody. Had Taco Bell, so you may want to stay out of the bathroom tonight from 8 to 8:30.
That's one way to keep them out. Oh,
I don't know. That's yeah.
yeah.
So, and I just have one more thing that I don't know that you guys encountered. It's like my son, they took it away before they got there. But for us going to high school, you could leave campus. So at lunchtime, you got to
we
leave
could.
campus.
Yeah. As a
You got to leave
senior,
campus.
We could. Mom and Dad would never let me, but we could.
Oh,
was it just because we can only do it as a senior? That was the only time we could do it. Or
we could
maybe
do it whenever we wanted.
I think we could do it whenever because I'd walk down to my friend's Rick's house once in a while.
How did
because
they
it was like a half
not let
block.
you? How'd your mom and dad not let you go? Just out of curiosity.
Oh,
Like,
they,
my
they
parents wouldn't have
had
known.
ultimate control over me.
Well, I mean, could you just went and like we could
Oh,
go?
I
eat
could have
somewhere.
just done it. Yes, my mom had a way of finding out everything we did.
Oh,
So-
well, I mean, I never kept it from my mom. I told her we'd go. Like I'd walk to La Gondola, which was a little Italian place that was in an abandoned gas station at the time, or Pizza Hut. They had the $5 personal pay and pizza deal. That was always good. 5
Greg,
minutes
you-
or less and free.
You let those boys throw you into those bushes now. You better let them.
So that was all. Yeah, or you go to the convenience store and just load up on candy and soda.
Was it
Yeah,
further? Was it for Washington where you were at? Was it closer than say Morton to Morton's downtown?
Yeah, it was just like a block or two.
Because I mean, there used to be at the Four Corners there. There used to be a couple places you could eat. So let's say
That
high
would have been on the
school
like
to
the
Four
outside.
Corners. Yeah.
For us, but like for us, when I went to school there was the high school. Just on the other side of the gate at the high school, there was a Dairy Queen. Now it wasn't a Brazier. It was the old fashioned Dairy
Walk
Queen.
up to
that
the
was just
window.
it was a little window. But in the summertime, it would open up like in the spring through the fall, so you could go get your hot dog or an ice cream, or you could walk like one block. There was a convenience store. And across the street from that was a Pizza Hut, and there was a La Gondola, there was a Hardee's. That was all right there. So within 2 blocks, if you planned it, depending on where your last class was, like if you were on the edge where you're right close to a door, you could have your stuff ready. As soon as boom, you book, boom, I'm out. I grab the stuff, come back. But
And honestly, I think that was a part of the problem too. Is I couldn't make it downtown and back in time.
and even if you had your license, it was difficult to. I mean, you couldn't just leave. It was hard just to leave campus. I mean, you had to plan things out, or just not care. I mean, because there's that option as well.
Well, yeah. Once I brought a car, I was parked so far away. It took me just as long to walk to the car as it would to walk uptown.
Now, my senior year, I dropped my trigonometry class after a week, so I put in for independent study. So I got an independent study in drafting, which meant basically
Hall pass.
Basically, I'm just unsupervised for 4th hour. That was lunch hour. So I would go in, show up, talk to the graphic arts teacher, and then I would grab the hall pass and I would just go take a long lunch.
See, I had a
buy
fourth-
people stuff.
I had a 4th hour graphic arts independent study, but my problem was is he had a class at 4th hour and he would have me help him as part of my independent study with the class.
See, my luck, they had a class 4th hour, so he was busy with them.
Oh.
So I'd go ask him if he had anything. No, just do this or this. Or I'd say, well, I'm going to do this. And then I would just head out and go do stuff.
But sometimes
and come
he'd
back.
let me get a pass to go, and I'd go down to the cafeteria and like buy candy for the kids
That's
that were in the class.
I did that too. Like I'm loading up. So, but that was the last thing I had really as far as benchmarks or things that you look
Yeah,
forward to
I
or
don't
not.
have anything else.
Mike, anything else?
One of the ones that just what I always look forward to is you and your friends every time you get. This was like junior high and high school, but when you'd get your schedule and you'd rush to compare with your friends.
Oh, yeah.
What's your fourth hour? What's your this hour? And then you'd see what overlapping schedules. Sometimes you'd be almost in like a bunch of classes with your friends, or sometimes you get like one friend and you're like, oh no, it's gonna be a long semester.
Rarely got.
That's what you. I felt like I never had classes with my friends. I'm like, what is going on?
I think because they were all smart and in the higher level classes.
Yeah. Sometimes I got lucky with it, and sometimes I didn't. But.
Or if you got your seating chart, especially when you're younger, they'd move the desks like, oh, new seating chart. You're like, all right, who am I sitting by?
Yeah.
Am I sitting by the cute girl? Or am I sitting by the nerdy, dorky kid that everybody picks on? I never got to sit by my friend because
they knew.
Like,
yeah,
we're keeping Doug and Steve separated because that is not going to end well.
It was very intentional that way.
Yeah. Or sometimes they put the desk in blocks of 4, so you had 4 people together. They would do that one. It's like,
yeah.
I always hated that. You'd walk in, the desk would move. You're like, where am I sitting?
This is not what I signed up for.
So, I don't know. Anything else?
I don't think so.
All right, well, I was just going to talk school movies. Do you guys have these? This isn't, I'd throw in a list, nobody listening cares, but I'd throw in a list out there just for reference. But most of mine were not on that list. Huh. But I don't know if do you want to start? Do you want me to start? I can throw. So I wrote down, there's a few of them. Did you guys ever see Never Been Kissed? It's got Drew Barrymore and what's his name? Oh, for crying out loud. The teacher? No, her brother was in it. I'm sorry. I'm blanking.
Who was her brother in that?
He was married to one of the gals from Friends for a little while. They got divorced.
I cannot think who the guy was.
Anyway, they were both older. She goes undercover back to high school as a reporter and writes this down. But we watched that, and my wife's like, she loved the movie. It's like, oh, it's nice. But then you start thinking about it. It's like, well, she went back to high school, posed as a high school girl, and some teacher hits on her. It's like, well, that's not good. And her brother is like supposed to be like in his 20s, and he goes back and pretends like he's in high school, and he becomes a baseball player.
Yeah.
And he's like dating a cheerleader. It's like, well, she's like.
Did you say who it was?
No.
Oh, it
David
was
Arquette.
Well, yeah, it was Arquette. It was it was her brother.
Yeah. In the movie. But you look back at it as an adult and you're like, well, that's not right at all. You should not be doing that. Yeah. And it's like the teacher, hitting on Drew Barrymore, who he thought was a senior in high school. And David Arquette's going to the prom. That gets you in prison, guys. It's not good.
Yeah. That's a good movie.
But it was a good movie outside of the, statutory rape and stuff. It was good. Then there's Breakfast Club, which I've never seen. Breakfast Club. I've seen bits and pieces of that movie.
I was going to say I despise, not despise. I just did not like this movie at all. But everybody I've talked to is like, oh, how could you not like the Breakfast Club? It's like I just didn't like it very much. Like I thought to me it's way overrated.
Yeah.
There were portions of it that were okay. I wasn't a huge fan of it.
That's it. Like, okay. It capped out at okay.
Well, the whole movie is in detention, basically, isn't it? And they're just like, what do I want to see?
For the most part, yeah.
And then there's Ferris Bueller's Day Off, which was much better.
Yes.
But if you look at the villains in them, it's just it's the principle. It's like, as an adult, you look at that. It's just some guy going to work. He's trying to just put his time in and get to retirement. You got these punk kids that are making his life miserable.
Yeah.
I'd be miserable. You know what? Mess with the bull, you get the horns. I would be a jerk. Because, like, you kids are punks. But as a kid, you're like, yeah, stick it to the man. And you get older, you're like, oh, man, those kids. I'd have whooped every one of them. They're like, no, we ain't putting up with this crap.
Yeah,
it's awful.
The Breakfast Club, I felt like, was brooding and just... All they did was kind of complain.
Yeah, the different kids and their personalities and attention and how they become.
Did you like it?
I never saw the whole thing through. I mean, I've seen bits and pieces
It's got like the stereotype. Each kid is like a stereotype.
The jock, the preppy. And
then at the end, they kind of come to some sort of like an understanding sort of a thing. And it's whatever.
Now, 16 Candles, on the other hand, I loved.
Yeah, I had 16 Candles.
Did you?
And Pretty in Pink.
You had all those?
Just those two. Go ahead.
All right, another one. Did you ever see one called 3 O'Clock High?
No.
It was pretty good. I want to go back and watch it. Actually, it's about this boy. I mean, says his name is Jerry Mitchell. It's 1987, so I don't remember it all that well. But he gets into hot water with a quiet bad boy, Buddy Revel.
Buddy Rebel.
Revel.
Oh, Revel.
Who challenges Jerry to a fight on the school at the grounds of their high school. And it's about this boy's whole day dreading this fight at 3:00 and trying to get out of the fight and all these different things. It was good. I can't remember all the premise, but it was a good school movie. So I had that one. Can I name a couple more, or you want me to?
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Animal House.
Oh,
That's a college movie.
Yeah, I
not
didn't
a
have
school, not a
Animal
high
House.
school, but
it counts.
Animal House, great movie. Fast Times at Ridgemont.
I had that one. Of course, we love Spicoli, but you look back, it's like, again, the
It's a
teacher
burnout.
It's like the teacher. I would have wanted to kill him.
I know, but
I'd have been
I
yeah, I liked. He was funny
He was
in the
funny.
movie, but as a teacher, Mr. Hand,
Yeah.
he's not the villain. He's the true hero because he's just like, I got to teach.
and
this
I liked
stupid
Mr.
class. I
Hand
did
too. I thought he was great.
Oh, what is that? Pizza for everybody. Go help yourself, class.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going to write that on the board. I'm going to put your name down so you get full credit for this. All right.
I know that dude.
Yep.
And then the last one I had was Just One of the Guys.
Never saw that.
Never saw it. It's pretty good. It's this girl pretends to be a guy because she can't get her article published. It was very fitting for nowadays, but she can't get her article for the school newspaper published, so she pretends to be a guy.
Yeah.
And the antics ensue.
All right. Mike?
So, School of Rock with Jack
Oh,
Black.
yeah, good.
That was
Good movie.
a great one for me. I saw it on your list too, Doug, but I had Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh,
I didn't say it.
Another good one.
Yeah,
That's a weird movie. I
is.
almost don't think of it as a school movie, but it is.
It is.
It is a school movie. That's why I threw it down there.
Vote
That
for Pedro.
one to me is kind of like one you talked about. I went to a training class for work, and I was at the hotel, and I was getting ready to run and grab some supper, and I walked past the TV, and this movie was on, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, what's this? And I sat down on the end of the bed, watched the entire movie. Hilarious. It's a hilarious movie.
Yeah, it's very odd though.
Uncle Rico.
well, yeah. There was also, so I don't know, I can't remember if it was high school or if it was in like college, community college, but Good Will Hunting was another one I had seen. Matt Damon and
Ben Affleck, wasn't it? No, Robin Williams. Robin Williams.
Ben Affleck wasn't in that movie either.
Did he direct it with him? I think that's the one they worked on together.
maybe. Matt Damon was the main.
Yeah.
the prodigy.
And
there.
then Robin Williams.
Did you ever see Dead Poets Society? Sorry.
No.
Yeah.
Kind of a depressing movie.
Yeah.
There was Courtney and I watched this like a while ago, but Heathers was like a school thing.
I remember
I
that.
never saw that
It was
one.
in
That
the
was
80s.
odd. I was looking up some other ones.
Isn't it like a dark comedy kind of thing?
Yeah. That was one. But and then not quite, but like the American Pies, those were just stupid like college
See, and I never saw
I never
those.
seen
movies.
either.
Yeah. There's not much to them there. But then also like there's so many other TV shows too I was thinking of like I know movies, TV shows, but like Gilmore Girls, Courtney's like one of her favorite shows
Okay.
of all time. They were in school. That was like a school one, and yeah, there was a bunch of them. But
Oh, speaking of TV shows, there's one show that encapsulates the 70s high school setting better than any I've seen, and that's Freaks and Geeks. It is
The 70s or 80s? Isn't it supposed to be in the 80s?
well, it could have been, I guess, early 80s, but I mean, what's his name? Franco.
I don't know. I've
Franco.
never watched
James
it.
Franco
Yeah.
driving a 79 Trans Am. But so it could have been early 80s. But
there was like Saved by the Bell was one that I watched
Yeah.
growing up, and then there was the
Doug, you should watch Freaks and
Boy
Geeks.
Meets World
Yeah,
was
I need
another one. But yeah, there's a bunch of TV shows too.
Yeah.
It's cool.
And then always had the tropes too of like you knew. See, this is what's hard now because we had certain dress codes and things back in the day, so you knew who the jerks were. You knew if he had the sweater tied around, oh, that's the jerk. When he walked into the movie, oh, and his name would be Chad or Bo or something like that. You knew that was like, oh, this guy's gonna be it. As far as movie jerks, one of the best movie jerks who's just smarmy with a little bit of likability, Spader. When James Spader, when he's in a movie.
Oh yeah, he was
he plays some absolutely miserable jerks.
Yeah. Yeah, was he in Pretty in Pink?
One of those. I don't know which one it was. Yeah, because he was
in Some Kind of Wonderful too, which is also a high school.
He was in Pretty in Pink was the one where he was trying to get the gal to date him or somebody else, and he was being a jerk about it.
So his best friend Andrew McCarthy was dating the girl from across the tracks.
That's right.
And
he was
rich and all this stuff, and
she's not.
He's not worthy.
Yeah,
she's not worthy of being with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that the guy who plays Robert California?
Yes.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And technically, the first Karate Kid movie was a high school movie.
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
and it was good. It was a good high school movie.
It was.
And Joey Lawrence was the jerk in this.
Yeah, supposedly.
Yes, until the Cobra Kai show came out.
Yeah, and then it made him the good guy. Yeah, Andrew McCarthy, John Cryer. I forgot John Cryer.
John Cryer, Ducky,
and James Spader. Yeah. There's some good. What's his name?
All those John Hughes movies were.
The Johnny in Karate Kid. What's his real name?
Oh, William Zabka.
He had a lock on playing the preppy high school jerk in movies.
Yeah.
Back to School. He was in Back to School. That was so.
Robert Downey Jr. was in that.
Another school movie that was.
Yes, Back to School.
The best scene in that whole movie is with the history teacher,
Sam Kinison.
I love it. I love that scene. It is so great. If you haven't seen it, you need to look it up. It's worth. That's worth the movie to me right there. The movie is just okay.
Yeah, the movie's weird, but it's Rodney Dangerfield. It's funny.
Awesome.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a very big part, but he's awesome. So, all right. Anything else?
I don't think so.
Mike, you got anything?
No.
Hey, thanks everybody for tuning into the show. We appreciate it so much. We hope you enjoy your week, and we hope you're tuning in 7 days. Until then, see ya.
Later.
Peace.